The opening of my video uses Goodwin's theory of linking music and images. The scenery changes each time the riff is repeated, using a popular media convention most famously used in the Chemical Brothers song Slug Guitar, where the scenery marks the beat. My video links in with the video Stay With Me. Both openings feature establishing shots that link to the music. And as well as this, they have similar scenery and kind of themes and motifs with the kind of surrealistic techniques. However, the lack of any performance challenges the forms and conventions usually used in these videos. I felt that from showing the video from the perspective of the girl being sang about, I could be more creative. Personally, I quite liked it and I felt it was quite successful. My ancillary task used all natural images combined to make a collage, similarly to Me at Six's designs for their own album artwork Hold Me Down. Ergo, my use of natural scenery combined these elements and made them all link in together. If I were to improve and strengthen this link, I think I would add in images of shoes, sunglasses, etc., referencing her change as she moves on from the breakup, which is shown in the video. I think that the CD cover and the magazine tie in perfectly together as they both feature the same images, just arranged in a different way. The use of brown parcel paper creates a motif and makes them immediately identifiable together. As they both look kind of simplistic and messy, I think that I wanted to reflect this in the video, which is also quite simplistic, using minimal props and quite basic scenery and lighting. My audience feedback has generally been positive. I played this video to friends and family, as well as other students in my media class. Friends and family all said the video looked similar to works the fans have done themselves, and that it was highly effective. However, the media students felt that me challenging the forms was a risk and expect mixed opinions on whether it worked. The general consensus, however, was that it was worth the risk. Everyone else felt they understood the narrative story of the video. They said that showing the story from the girl's perspective was interesting as it contrasted the depressing lyrics as she began to move on while he was still trying to have her. When creating my video, I found it difficult to storyboard due to the changes of clips. Once I had my storyline, I filmed some practice shots and began to compile them together, making a mock video. Here, I found what was going to be successful and what was not. During the editing process, I found much of my footage unusable. There were moments my actor was in shot when she should not have been, and various moments of unsteady footage. To combat this, I used Vegas Movie Studios' event pan crop technique. I cut out unusable pieces of footage and also used it to zoom in steadily to mark moments. By creating events within the clip, I could make the program move in towards an image and back out, stopping longer pieces of footage from dragging on too long. The most time-consuming aspect of the editing process was deleting the sound from the film. To do this, I had to unrip video and sound and ensure I deleted all tracks as they were separate. If I were to do this project again, I think I would use a proper tripod. Because of the changing of locations so often, I used a monopod, but unfortunately some of the opening shots are slightly wobbly, where you can see that I only had one leg on my camera. However, I feel that the way that I've edited them together combats this slightly, and it fits in really well with the music, which is part of Andrew Goodwin's theories of music videos. I think that the girl tying pieces of paper to a tree is reminiscent of their other video, Stay With Me, which features a few girls in some fields planting objects symbolising their old relationships. I wanted to symbolise that she was hanging up and getting rid of her old relationship, as the lyrics are all about the fact that she appears to have moved on while he's letting her free. I felt that having the scene fade, it symbolised that she was starting to move on and bled into the next scene quite nicely. This clip zooms in and then back out. I felt that split it up and made it less dull to watch for an audience. I like the symbolisation of her changing clothes as she moved on to get over the lead singer of this song. This contrasted the lyrics quite nicely, as he was saying that she'd moved on and she was demonstrating that, whereas he was still miserable. However, I felt that the music and the lyrics would contrast too much if she continued being happy during the verses. Therefore, these became dull again, with her being sad and upset in the exact same places that she was in the first verse. The repetition of her changing and moving on symbolises the repetition of the chorus. This shows the importance of how he feels about her changing as he repeats it during the song, so I felt that I should use a similar motif to how I used the first chorus. This brief montage was supposed to represent the difference between her as she moves on and her back when she was still hung up over this man and hanging up the relationship. Finally, this montage of overlaying images showed her happiness and contrasted the lyrics perfectly. While he insists that she has changed and he no longer recognises her, she feels liberated and free. She has moved on as he says she has.